believe he'll do that, man. I'm with you on that. And Damon Wayans, you had an issue with his show getting canceled, right?
I think that was racism. When they canceled Damon Wayans' show with his son, Papa Code, a show about a heterosexual father and a heterosexual son, it wasn't sexy enough. It wasn't zesty enough for where America wants to take the black family. Remember, most shows now are interracial or same sex. Most commercials, interracial or same sex. They don't want to popularize black men raising their black sons. Look what Deion Sanders is going through with Shador. Look what LeVar Ball went through with his sons. They don't want to see no strong black men raising no strong black boys. So Damon Wayans' show, even though they're claiming that they canceled it because the ratings dipped, I'm not buying it. And the reason I'm not buying it, they canceled the show, Art, around April the 22nd. He was on Club Shay Shay like April the 2nd or something like that. The show didn't get canceled until 3 weeks after he was on Club Shay Shay, which was a fantastic interview. I didn't see the whole thing, Art, but the clips that people sent me, Damon Wayans, I didn't know he was that articulate and that conscious as a black man, one of the most underrated comedians of all time. I didn't know he was that conscious. And he really laid it down. He spoke openly about racism and other things. And I think, here we go again, confident black man don't know his place. I think Damon Wayans might have said some things in his interview with Shannon Sharpe that pissed off the gatekeepers of Hollywood, and they canceled the show. That show was not canceled for ratings. That show was canceled because Damon Wayans, like Shador Sanders, don't know his place. This is all about the slave masters retaking control over the slave plantation. Look at the timing. They took him off 3 weeks after the Shannon Sharpe interview. If y'all was going to cancel him, you could have been canceled him. Art, as you know, sometimes they cancel a show mid-season. I've seen them cancel shows mid-season. Why y'all didn't take him off mid-season? Y'all canceled him because y'all realized that he's really a black man. He not no house nigga. Damon Wayans is a black man. And I'm going to be honest with you, Art. I was pleasantly surprised to see that. Because Mo Money is one of my favorite pictures, Damon Wayans. And his picture with Bruce Willis, what's the name of that? The Last Boy Scout. That's one of my favorite. That might be my favorite action movie of all time outside of the Eddie Murphys with the what was it, Beverly Hills Cop 2. You know what I mean? So Damon Wayans, you know, he one of my favorite actors, and to find out that brother conscious, I'm very pleasantly surprised to learn that.
Yeah, me too. I had no idea he was that conscious. But Jaden Daniels' mom, I know you want to speak on her, right? She be on it. She don't let no woman get close to her son.
I love Jaden Daniels' mom. I love Jaden Daniels' mom because her son is a multi-millionaire celebrity and athlete, one hell of a football player. I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie football player do what that young man has done. Tremendous athlete. A lot of people made a lot of talk about how she sat between him and Juju at that game and how she's always breaking up his conversations with women. I'm not completely against it because as we see with Shannon Sharpe, as we see with so many others, that these snow bunnies are hunting black male celebrities. She can't afford her son to fall into that trap. Now, I haven't seen her with any snow bunnies. His mother seems like the type that she's not having that. I don't think she's going to tolerate the snow bunny crisis. And I do appreciate her letting these women know he got a mom in his life. So if you think you're going to take out a baby insurance policy on my son, it ain't going to happen. Having said that, I will say this. As he gets older, she's going to have to fall back a little bit. He's very young right now, but I think they probably need to have a conversation at some point where she starts to not be so publicly aggressive towards these women. And I mean, she's not disrespecting nobody, but she's going to have to develop enough trust in her son, Art, that he can navigate these social spaces on his own. And if he needs his mom to step into the equation, if you want me to meet one of these young women, if you're getting serious about one, you need to bring her to me. I think a lot of that art can be done behind closed doors. So I don't have a problem with it right now because he's such a young man. But as he gets older, it's going to look like she's emasculating her son. He don't want that. She don't want that. So my position is right now, she good. Next 2-3 years, she good. But beyond that, I think mama got to fall back a little bit and let her son be a man. He got to grow up at some time. You're not always going to be there. Once in a while, he going to want some Cinnabons. He going to want some peach cobbler. You're not going to be able to stop him. Talk to him. Tell him what it's about. Be there for him. But you won't be able to always publicly separate him from women who are interested. You're going to have to let your son be a man eventually. But I love the sister. I love that brother. Keep doing what you're doing, King. He's another one of my favorites. I don't want him distracted, but I also recognize how black women are often misrepresented as being excessively or overly domineering in the lives of men. And I don't want his mother to get that title. I'm sure she could care less. She's a strong, beautiful black woman. I'm sure she couldn't care less. I'm sure he couldn't care less. But for the optics, I don't want my brother looking like he can't handle his own business. And so, I'm sure they've had the conversation. And I'm sure he's okay with it right now, But in about 2 more years, if that, she's going to have to fall back a little bit.
She don't got a man to tend to. I mean, she a attractive woman, so I mean, I'm sure she got to have a man, huh?
She probably does. She probably does. But she just want to make sure her son don't get trapped up. And she probably know things about him we don't know. You know what I mean? He might be a little thirsty. You know what I mean? So mama knows best. Nobody know you like your mama. So I'm going to trust in the queen right now. But Jaden, develop your self-control. You're going to need it, brother. You're going to need it. You don't want to be an early exit. We are rooting for you. I'm rooting for him, and I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts, although, Jalen Hurts is the hometown, so it is what it is. But I want him to be successful as well.